Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, March 8th, and I, as you probably have noticed, have been trying to read the obituaries for the first time as I record, which has worked just fine, if you can forgive all of my horrible pronunciations of places and sometimes last names. But this obituary was sent to me yesterday by a friend, Jen Koliker, who asked if I could post it on March 7th because the matriarch of her family, Jane Mohan, passed away a year ago yesterday, March 7th, but it's also her mother's birthday. And so this is just a holy, sacred day for them. So I have no idea what was going on yesterday, but I must have recorded reading Miss Mohan's obituary like 4 times. I think I have it memorized. And the irony of it all for me is that when you hear this obituary, Miss Mohan is just an incredibly bright, capable person. And so I'm sure she's looking down on me, shaking her head and hopefully laughing at the ridiculousness of everything that happened yesterday with me trying to post her the reading of her obituary online in a timely manner. So apologies for this being recorded now and posted on Sunday, March 8th. Miss Mohan, I ask for your forgiveness, and I'm sure that she is incredibly forgiving, as you'll figure out yourself in this reading. Jane Mohan, 1930 to 2019. Jane Catherine Mohan, August 23rd, 1930 to March 7th, 2019. Family and faith lay close to the heart of Jane Catherine Mohan, who died March 7th in Golden. She was 88. When her beloved cousin, Mary Ellen O'Brien O'Neill, died, Jane became the matriarch to her cousin's 6 children and their offspring. She considered them all her kids, and she remembered each family member's birthday with a card. Jane gave each of Mary Ellen's 6 children a trip to Washington, D.C. as a high school graduation gift. Jane was born August 23, 1930, in Denver, to John and Anna Mohan. She graduated from Cathedral High School and the University of Denver. After college graduation, Jane worked at the Federal Center. It was there that Jane was convinced by a friend to apply for a job at the United States Department of State. In 1957, they loaded up the car and headed to Washington. Jane held several jobs, most of her time as the Project Initiative Manager for the U.S. Agency for International Development, specializing in foreign aid to Latin American countries. While Jane had a degree in history from DU, she also lived history, serving in the State Department for every president from Eisenhower to Reagan, with a first-hand view of President Kennedy's funeral. After retiring in 1985, Jane returned to Denver, where she was involved in volunteer work. She served as president of the Jean Jugan Auxiliary and was active at Good Shepherd Catholic Church, Samaritan House, and Mullen Home. A devout Catholic, Jane's faith carried her through difficult life and health ordeals. Jane loved to travel, going to San Francisco for her high school graduation, taking a grand tour of Europe in 1953 with her sister Anne, and taking road trips to Nags Head every summer with her DC friends. The panda bears at the National Zoo were a favorite attraction. She also was a huge Rockies and Broncos fan. Jane impressed friends and family with her love of life and her sparkling personality. Caretakers in her last days remarked on her sarcasm, dry sense of humor, and kindness. She is preceded in death by her parents and her sisters, Mary Frances and Anne Mohan. Survivors include her cousin, Father Harry Cronin of California, Elaine Bartholomew, Pat O'Neill, Peggy O'Neill Jones, Anne O'Neill, and Kathleen O'Neill, all of Colorado, and Tim O'Neill of North Carolina. Their 17 children, 27 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. Services were held at 10 a.m. Friday, March 15th of last year at Good Shepherd Catholic Church, and there was an interment following that service at Mount Olivet Cemetery. This obituary was published in the Denver Post on March 10th, 2019. And having some unusually long time to reflect on this obituary more than the others, I think what continues to stick with me about Miss Mohan's obituary is the ways in which she said yes to life, yes to adventure, yes to learning as she goes. There were so many examples in her story of her saying yes before she probably felt confident that she knew what she was saying yes to. And what a gift and what a lesson for each and every one of us. Where can we say yes to things that maybe we aren't confident that we know how to do or that we are worthy of doing, and yet God calls us to live into that yes. And so, Miss Mohan, we thank you today for the ways in which you encourage us to live into our own yeses, whether that is in taking adventures, welcoming new children into our circle, or living out loud. We thank you, Jen, for sharing the matriarch of your family with us. And we send out our love on you and all the people that surround you yesterday and today. May you be well, may you have peace, and may we all learn to say yes as our circles make room for one more. See you tomorrow.